Oh, yeah, everybody. CGA Got Game back in here with another video. And we got the conference championship game, the AFC championship, on the line. I know you thought I sucked at this game, but I don't. I got to the AFC championship 14-2 record. And we're facing none other than Joe Burrow, Joe Cool, and the Cincinnati Bengals. Home field advantage for the Raiders as we try to get to our first Super Bowl in this particular game. Of course, Madden 24. That's what you're watching. And the Raiders with home field advantage after sweeping the rest of the season. Yeah, I showed you one of our L's. Joe Cool enters the field with mad confidence, and it looks like he's going to make an impression and try to ruin the Raiders' evening today at home. There you can see his fantastic season. And the Bengals take the field right here. Play action pass rolling out to the left. Easy picking up a slant receiver in the middle of the Raiders defense. And that's going to be a first down inside the red zone. And the Cincinnati Bengals are moving the ball confidently with Joe Mixon being taken down by none other than Max Crosby, our sacks leader. Nothing coming easy for the Bengals. All right, here we go right here. Second and goal. Bengals get options right here. We pick up an opportunity to go inside to get pressure. Slant route to Joe Mixon. Did he come out of the backfield? Touchdown for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they're on their way to the Super Bowl unless we pick it up from here. And it's early. But I'm going to tell you right now, not a lot of pressure on Joe Burrow. Look at that. Look at that time right there. Easy slant route, delayed, tight end. Linebackers don't pick him up. And that's going to be an easy touchdown for the Bengals. And that's how the game starts, man. But I'm not nervous. But I want to make sure I put on a good impression here. Jimmy Garoppolo starting off for the Raiders right here with 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Hand off to Josh Jacobs, and he bounces it all the way outside, and he throws the defender down before he's tackled out of bounds. And that's the type of positive momentum we need. Jimmy Garoppolo, our fearless leader, under center, and is passed out to the left side to Davante Adams, and he breaks a tackle, and that's going to be a touchdown Raiders. Davante Adams with about a 55, 60-yard touchdown pass on an easy out route, taking a defender inside, crossing him up, getting him on his heels, and then dropping him as he catches it, slippery. And then the other defender can't catch up, and that's Jimmy Garoppolo with the momentum looking to meet possibly his former team in the Super Bowl. Yeah, we'll tell you about that later. All right, you can see it on the bottom of your screen. Joe Cool eating up the middle of that defense, and our defense is going to have to do something to step it up because we can't get pressure on the quarterback like I've been doing all season. I know you missed it. But here we go right here. Joe Cool with 42 seconds left on a play-action pass. Plenty of time. Meets Jamar Chase. And Jamar Chase takes it all the way back down to the 7-yard line of the Raiders. And that's going to move the chains. And that's going to get the Bengals threatening, knocking on the door once again. First and goal, shotgun position. Joe Burrow's easily touchdown. And he held on to that ball. Touchdown Cincinnati, man. And I'm already on my heels rocking. I can't get pressure on the quarterback. And if you ever, I don't know if I can't get pressure on the quarterback. That's one of the things that's happening here. All right, 3rd down and 2. Second quarter. Bengals up 14-7, needing the first down. And that's going to be an easy RPO slant route to Davante Adams to move the chains on a big 3rd down. 2nd and 2, still in trouble, but that opens up the playbook. If you know, you know. All right, we got play action pass. We got Davante Adams going deep and missing it. All right, but opening up the playbook on 2nd and 2 gives us a lot of plays. We pick up the first down. We run the ball right to the right. And Josh Jacobs gets sidewalk slammed, Ron Simmons style. And that's going to get the Raiders to a 2nd and long. And we're going back to Old Faithful, and we pick it up. Davante Adams slips the tackle again. But the secondary tackler, the safety, picks up the tackle, preventing him from getting in the end zone. And he don't know what happened. Take a look here. 1st and 10. The clock's running. And then we're giving it out to Jacobs, and we got a seal to the inside, and that's going to be a good move to the inside with Michael Mayer getting hurt. Last thing we need, Michael Mayer going into the locker room. We normally need him on our red zone offense, but it doesn't matter. Josh Jacobs walks it in, to tie the game, man. Touchdown. You could have drove a Mack truck in the middle of that hole created by the receiver on the outside and your offensive lineman on the inside. We get a seal out here. We get a seal out there. And we get a score. Look at that. And we probably got a little bit of holds in some jersey. But it's okay. That's going to be 14-14 with 1:30 left before halftime. Cincinnati on the Raiders territory. Joe Cool operating on an out route, slip tackle, all the way down to the 11-yard line after he's pushed out of bounds. And that's going to move the change for the Bengals. And the Bengals are knocking on the Raiders' door again. Joe Cool, no pressure, and he's cooler than the cucumber. Checks it down to 83, and that's going to be another 8-yard pickup, and that's going to be 2nd and 2 with the clock stopping. All right. Too good of an offense for the Bengals. Right here, the Bengals, again, quick slant route, and I don't think he barely gets in. Touchdown, Bengals. And I got my work cut out for me on this team to go 14 and, well, it was 15 and 2, to be honest with you. 15 wins, 2 losses. Home field advantage. And the Bengals are handling me like crazy. The Bengals gets into the end zone with a minute left. That gives us a minute to try to operate and at least tie the game, because Jimmy Garoppolo, what the hell are you doing? That could have been an interception. I don't know. You're turning out circles, rolling out to the left. That's always going to be a disaster. 3rd and 10 with less than a minute to go. We get the ball back, and we check down right there to our RPO slant receiver, Davante Adams. The clock is moving, but we enter into Bengals territory, and we go back to Old Faithful. We've already scored on that play. We picked up a big first down on that play, and we do it again. But we're going to call a timeout right here. We get the ball back in the second half, so it will be a good opportunity to get some momentum to do what? To take the lead in the second half. But we need a score here of some kind. And Jimmy Garoppolo's back, and we go to Old Faithful. Touchdown, Raiders. And that is what we needed right there. And Davante Adams says it's all about him. That's a touchdown, and Raider Nation is going crazy. The black hole deserves this, because it's been several 20 years before we got to the Super Bowl, our last Super Bowl, and that was one to forget. Touchdown right there, and take a look at that, man. The referee should have called a penalty on that late hit on the end zone. 20 seconds left. Joe Burrow operating back, looking to catch up, and it is intercepted. Let's go. Let's go. All right. That's exactly what we need right there. Big interception late in the first half. That's going to give us an opportunity to at least get in field goal range. Marcus Peters with the big momentum switcher right here. And we might be able to get the ball down to the other side of the field, catch that momentum, getting the ball back in the second half. But if we can get a score here, that would be impressive. 1st and 10. That means we got to get Davante Adams on it, but he is seen double covered, and the ball's passed short. And that's swatted away by the Cincinnati Bengals defense. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10, and we're desperate. All right, 2nd and 10, it is almost picked off, and that would have been ran the other way. And 8 seconds left, so this is the last-ditch effort, to be honest with you. And let's see if anybody's open on this one. And, yeah, Davante Adams. Yeah, and it's swatted away to end the first half. Well, that did give us an opportunity to get a score. I mean, at least they gave us an opportunity to get a score. But we didn't, but we stopped them from scoring, so that's all that counts. Cincinnati dominating the play clock. Cincinnati dominating the passing yards. But right now, who's going to get that Lombardi trophy? Who's going to play in the Super Bowl in Las Vegas? Is it us? Is it the Bengals? And who are we playing if it's us? The 49ers of San Francisco or the Arizona Cardinals? Highlights from the first half. And we're playing pretty good. But let me tell you, man, I've been getting pressure on quarterbacks all season long with Max Crosby. In the last couple of games, they've been double teaming me, pushing me, forcing me to the outside for some stunts, trying to get to that quarterback. Opening up, Josh Jacobs to the left this time, picking up some seals from the receiver. Inside seals, and Josh Jacobs picks up about 20 yards, and that's going to take it right at the midfield line. And that's going to be a first down for the Raiders. Take a look at that. Receivers, tight ends blocking. All right, that's exactly what you need. And that's going to get the ball downfield. 2nd and 12. So that means we're in trouble. Not a lot on the playbook, but we can get an easy run, and that's unexpected. And he takes on a defender as the safety comes through. And the safety might regret that, but that's going to be a 20-plus yard pickup. Josh Jacobs eating up the field for the Bengals. And that was a big 2nd and 12. I don't think they expected run on this one. They certainly didn't. And we got that first down to move the chains. All right, take a look here. All right, as we enter into the third quarter early on, this is an opportunity for us to get up. Jimmy Garoppolo back, going to the tight end, and he drops the ball after being hit by the safety. And that's normally our money play from about the 25-yard line. So we're going to do it again, and it is picked off. All right, that's what happens when you run back-to-back plays. And there goes our momentum. We lost 2 opportunities to go up and get significant momentum. We literally could be up after 2 impressive drives and an interception. We could literally be up 2 touchdowns, and we lost that momentum by throw that interception by trying to run back-to-back plays to our tight end. And that didn't work. Cincinnati got Joe Cool running back to the field, and he's happy to have a tie game right now. As you can see, middle of the third quarter, 2nd and 3, Joe Cool operating pro offense, pitch and catch, nickel and dime, and that's a big first down for the Raiders inside the red zone. Somebody gets injured. Man, that didn't feel too good. So one less receiver that we have to worry about. Joe Cool right there. Max Crosby matched up with the oh, look at this. Can't get to the quarterback. Check down to Jamar Chase, and that's a touchdown. Jeez. Somebody help me. All right. Man, that's an easy check down. That's going to put the Bengals back up for the first time since late or middle in the first quarter, the second quarter, I should say, in the first half. Touchdown, easy walk in, Bengals up, and now it's getting crunch time because we barely got a quarter and less than a half ready to go. Raiders responding, pitching it out. Jacobs eating up some yards. Spin move after a juke and another spin move, taking it down. That got to be a 30-yard pickup by Jacobs, and that's the way to respond as the quarter comes to a close. And guess what time it is? Fourth quarter time. It's time to make your check. Going to the tight end play again, and it's deflected. And we're just going to take that out the playbook at this point. All right, let's take that out the playbook. We got our tight end injured. We don't have our starting tight end, but we have our all-pro receiver, Davante Adams, and that's a touchdown on our old faithful play. And can you imagine this? The score is tied here late in the fourth quarter. Score tied. And Davante Adams with an easy out route play. That's one of my plays, man. I got like 4 plays that I run significantly, especially in positions of need. And we get it. But Joe Cool seems unbothered as he walks out on the field with a 28-28 game. I would be nervous, right? Anyway, let's let our defense show up. No pressure on the quarterback again. We can't get, oh, but that don't matter. A pick off, interception. Joe Burrow can't catch him. And that's going to be David Long Jr., number 24 for the Raiders. Touchdown on the pick 6. And the first big mistake is made, and it's by the Cincinnati Bengals. Throwing the ball away on their side of the field. Late fourth quarter game, and that's going to put them down. All right, which once was a tie game. Now the Bengals are down without even the offense being on the field. Offense has to take the field again, and now the Bengals are down. So it's play action pass and sack time. David Long Jr. with a sack after a pick 6. Joe Burrows can't believe it. And the defense is showing up. Finally get some pressure on the quarterback, and it has to come from the defensive back quartet, not from the defensive ends and the linemen, all right, and the linebackers. All right, that's exactly what we need. But that doesn't stop Joe Burrows. 3 minutes left, 1st and 10, cross midfield. Joe Burrows, no pressure again. All right, little bit of timing. All right, we got a zone play right in the middle of the field, and that's going to be into the red zone for the Bengals, and the clock is running. Cincinnati looks to line up against the Raiders defense again. Joe Burrow's looking to pick his spot. No pressure again, as you can see, and that was a great pick play. But the Raiders do stop the defender from getting into the end zone. but that's going to make it 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. Handoff to the fullback. Raiders say no. 3rd down. Clock running. 2-minute warning. Touchdown for the Bengals. And that is Tyler Boyd. And that's going to be a touchdown for the Bengals. And that's going to tie up the game with a little bit of kid and play kick step and a nice low pass to make sure and ensure. That was going to be a only caught by the receiver. And that's going to be making the game interesting. 1:30 seconds left. Clock running. 2nd and long. Jimmy Garoppolo must get the ball down the field, and he's scrambling. Oh my goodness, that could have been an absolute disaster. That could have been an absolute disaster. 3rd and 12. Now we're in trouble with the clock stop here. Everybody's got a full load of timeouts, and we go for Old Faithful, and he barely catches it. Davante Adams moves the chains. We go no huddle, and it's 1st down, 1:10 left. Jimmy Garoppolo passes it out, and that's going to be Davante Adams going to walk into the end zone, but no. What happened there? Well, if you played enough Madden, you know exactly what happened there. Joe Burrow, all right, sitting on the bench watching his Super Bowl opportunity slip. What happened was Josh Jacobs is moving the ball down the field. Well, if you know, Madden wants you to score that so you can put your defense back on the field and get Heartbreak Hotel. But I'm not going for it. I keep my offense on the field, and I start running clock. All right, so anybody that knows, that was going to be an allowed touchdown so that they can run their script and they can get an easy offense down the field and break your heart, all right, with your defense. But we not going for that. Josh Jacobs runs the ball 1 or 2 or 3 times. Cincinnati runs out of a boatload of timeouts, and we take our first timeout. And now it's time to think about what we want to do here because we still got to score. But we're in field goal range, and with our kicker, Carlson, this is a chip shot to send us to the Super Bowl. 27 seconds left. 3rd and goal. Touchdown, untouched, and the Raiders might be headed to the Super Bowl, and they can taste it right now because they're up a touchdown late in the game, but only 25 seconds left. But it ain't over. But that's definitely in a better position than you wanted to be, stepping over the defensive lineman, Allen Iverson style. 21 seconds left. Am I looking at a heartbreak here? Am I looking at a heartbreak? Joe Burrows, Joe Cool, a little bit panicked, but he throws it out of bounds. Everybody seems to be covered. Marcus Peters on his job. 2nd and 10. A lot of time rolling off the clock. Tick, tick, tick. Joe Burrows identifying. Prevent defense. Gets it down across into Raiders territory, 44-yard line. However, 7 seconds left, and that means he's going to have to throw it to the end zone, and he's got plenty of time. Pressured off his back foot to the end zone. Knocked it down. And that means the Raiders are the winners of the AFC Championship and going to the Super Bowl. And the Super Bowl will be held right here in this building. The coach is beside himself. He is definitely irate and disgusted at what happened. And, of course, I played it cool as well. Division champions, AFC champions. And hopefully the next time you see me on this one, we'll be the Super Bowl champions. There's your statistics. Not pretty, but definitely a good game. Davante Adams eating up the field. There's your stat line. Next game, Super Bowl.